I figured that I could send you a video or put it on YouTube so you can watch it about just the tarot reading, since you're not very comfortable with it yet. But I figured maybe if you saw me do like a little mini one, then maybe it wouldn't make you feel so weird about it. So yeah, these are the tarot cards, and I guess I can just do like a 3-card spread, and I'm doing a video. You're okay? Should I do a 3-card spread? I feel like that'll be the easiest. Normally when I do a 3-card, it's usually the date, because it's usually a card of the day. So since today is, let's see, it is after midnight here, so midnight would make it May 22nd, 2022. And so I would pull the 5th card and the 22nd card. And I guess I can't do a 3rd one with the 22 unless I did it from the bottom. Pulled from the bottom. Maybe we'll just shuffle and we'll see what happens. So anyway, first you want to have the intention, you want to set your intention before you do the reading. And you want to put all your focus on it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Normally I just talk to Spirit, God, whoever. So don't judge me. Hey Spirit, it's me, Whitney, and I just wanted to do a little mini reading for so that my friend Des can hopefully become more comfortable with the idea of tarot readings, and just want to do a daily, kind of the message for today. And just to clarify, this is a reading for myself, I think, because since Deszera isn't here, and I don't have her like on a chat or a video right this second, then I don't know how to channel her energy, so I'm not that experienced yet. Sometimes people will cut the deck, which basically just means they cut it into either usually 3 piles or however many piles, and then they stack them back up however they want. I like to knock on mine 3 times so that the any old readings and energy from the last readings, or if anybody else has touched my cards, you know, I feel like the knocking kind of knocks it off, you know. So Spirit, what message do you have today? I'm looking for 3 cards. I think I'm just going to pull from the top because yeah, that's just what I'm going to do. Or if they fall out. And because they weren't face up, then I'm not going to include them. When Spirit have a understanding, well, here we go. Okay. Okay. Sure. We'll go with that. Alright, so we have the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. So, we'll start with this one first. Knight of Swords. Well, all 3 of these are minor arcana cards because, I mean, there's 22 major arcana cards, and basically they are the big themes when you're doing a reading of whatever is going on in the situation. The minor arcanas have a lot more. There's 78 cards total of the whole deck, so whatever, 78 minus 22, I guess that's 6 minor arcanas. And some of these minor arcanas are going to be court cards, which are your knight, it would be your pentacles, your knight, or not your pentacles, your pages, your knights, and your queens and your kings are your court cards. And they'll be in each of the different suits, swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. This one is the 9 of wands. No, I'm sorry, I can't even talk, dude. 9 of cups. This one is the 9 of cups. And then you got the 5 of wands. Yes, it is the wands this time. Okay, so now I'm still kind of learning. I haven't memorized every meaning of every card yet, but I know kind of a general, I hope a general kind of interpretation for them. So one thing I do first is I try to see what the similarities are in the cards, if there's anything that sticks out. So as we do that, I notice that there is a lot of blue in each of these cards. Blue is a big color, main color, I think, you know. We're missing pentacles, so sometimes I say to focus on that also, because it's not there. Alright, so swords generally mean communication. It's an air, it's ruled by air, the element. So you have communication, thinking, intellect, ideas, words, communication. I think I said that already, I'm not sure. You have cups, which is emotions. It's water. So emotions, you know, it's full of, you know, cup. Your cup is empty or full. So water, emotions, love is a lot to do with the cups. And sadness, of course. Also, wands is your action, is fire. So it is your inspiration, it is your action, your intent, your just the passion of it. It's the doer. Whereas the swords is the thinker and the cups is the feeler, I guess. So, now to get to the cards. Alright, so the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The knights are usually messengers. They are coming to protect you or to alert you of something. And especially the swords. This is the fastest moving knight out of all 4 of the knights. That horse is running. He is running for his life, and the knight is got a sword up, ready to charge. So he's about to go into battle, I guess. And you know, he's going so fast, everything's kind of like slanted. You know, it's all it's supposed to be a blur, I guess. He kind of moves too fast, I think, sometimes. He just dives right head first. Not really sure. I don't really know what it means yet, but then you have the 9 of Cups. And actually, this is the wish fulfillment card, is what they say. It's a very happy card. He's got everything he needs, you know, and wants. He's got them all up for display, you know. And it's like whatever you wish for, pretty much it's guaranteed, I guess. And 9s are, you know, the minor arcana goes from ace to 10. 10 is the final card of the minor arcana until you get to the court cards. 9 is almost there. It is one more step until you get to 10. So whatever it is, it's a good thing. And then you have the 5 of Wands. Remember, Wands is action and like your inspiration, your passion, the fight, you know. 5 is not a very harmonious number in the tarot. It is, of course, it's halfway through the you know, ace through 10. 5 is a struggle. It is difficult. It's usually has to do with quarreling or fighting, arguments. In this case, you know, 5 5 people who are kind of in a, I don't know if they're fighting with each other. I think it's more friendly, actually. It's more of a, like, friendly competition. It can quickly turn into, you know, more than just competition. It can turn into a fight. So, I don't know. I need to be mindful of, you know, picking battles with people. I hate arguing, but I do it all the time. And I don't know why my brain won't just let shit go sometimes. So, I feel like this knight is, I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. I'm going to look it up. And then that way I can just know whether, how far off I am, I guess. And I'm going to use this. It's not the same deck's book. It's actually a different deck, but I like the way that they talk about these things in this. So let me see. The Knight of Swords. All right. Charge. Ready or not, here I come. The Knight of Swords is coming. Best get out of his way. Unless, of course, he is here to sweep you off your feet. The Knights are all about movement, this one more so than the others. Once he gets an idea in his head, there will be no stopping him. Of course, if he is on your side, you may not want him to. The Knight of Swords is a capable ally, determined and focused, maybe a little too focused. In fact, since he can be hard to stop once he gets going. If you're going along for the ride, expect to feel the wind in your hair and see the ground far underneath your feet. When the Knight of Swords appears in a reading, he often represents an impetuous younger man. I never really followed that exactly, because I just don't. He often represents There are times, however, when he is the knight on a white horse, riding in to rescue the fair damsel. Either way, you are probably going to have to rescue him or let him rescue you. Or you could just watch him chase that idea, whatever it is. Unless, of course, you have an idea of your own you want to chase, in which case, charge. So. Alright, so now the Nine of Cups. That really... Bear with me, Des. I'm going to have to really want to impress you next time with how awesome I am at reading cards. Okay. Oh my god, I keep skipping it. Alright. Okay. Success at last. Success is wonderful, but don't let it go to your head. The Nine of Cups used to be called the wish card. You would make a wish at the beginning of the reading, and if the Nine of Cups appeared, your wish was sure to be granted. Its presence in a reading is certainly a good sign that you have either achieved what you hoped to or are well on your way to doing so. But don't get too cocky. After all, life is uncertain and wishes are tricky things. Yes, you should take time out to celebrate every achievement along the way, but the journey still continues, and you want to keep an eye out for future wishes too. If you've had a wish granted or a dream come true, congratulations, especially if you have achieved a goal you've been working hard on for a while. Working hard on. Just remember that nobody likes a smug witch. This card can be a good sign, or can be a sign of good things here and now, or waiting in the future, but it can also be a warning that you need to keep your eyes on the prize and maintain your good fortune through hard work and effort. Makes sense, because I tend to start things and then I don't finish them because of whatever reason. Alright, so then we have the Five of Wands. Boom! Just a reminder card. Whew. Five of Wands. I know best. No, I do. Sometimes it is hard to work with other people. Other times, it's impossible. These guys are the best of friends, and all of them are skillful and knowledgeable. Just think of what they could achieve if they could actually cooperate. Unfortunately, each one is sure that he has... I'm reading out of the other deck. Unfortunately, each one is sure that they have the best recipe or know the most powerful And I'll just show you what the picture looks like on this. That is the Five of Wands in the other deck. It's witches. Best recipe or knows the most powerful ingredients or in which direction to stir the pot. Now they're so busy arguing that nobody is stirring the pot, and you can almost see the explosion that is sure to come. Let's hope they come to their senses in time and remember that they can achieve much more working together if they can all just stop trying to be the one who is right. If the Five of Wands shows up in your reading, it probably means that you are dealing with some kind of chaotic situation involving other people. Always me. Family, co-workers, friends, whoever it is, they clearly aren't playing nice together. Are you? Maybe you can be the peacemaker, the one who helps everyone come together in a more productive way. Maybe this is a situation that can't be resolved, and you would be better off walking away. Sadly, you can't make other people behave reasonably, but you can make sure that you aren't making things worse by letting your ego or pride get in the way of cooperation. You wouldn't do that, would you? It's interesting because, steady fighting all the time, just, back and forth, so... I guess to sum it up, I need to be careful with jumping right in to things, or my words. I need to think before I say things, which is actually what me and Lexi just talked about earlier. Keep my eye on the prize. Don't stray from the goal. And don't let silly bickering and just don't fight like, I don't know, it's pointless to fight. It's not gonna get anywhere. I need to realize that instead of just whatever. Anyway, but that's how you do a reading, kind of. I mean, there's other spreads and stuff, and normally the reader is much more skilled than I am. Or more confident, at least, in their skill. Because I think I'm pretty skilled. I want to pull one more card, only because I'm going to see if I can pull a major. So, hopefully, I'm going to use the other deck. I'm going to use the one that the book is from. This is the Everyday Witch deck. That's what the outside looks like, or the top. So we're just going to pull one card out of these. It is the Emperor. Okay, so that is, the Emperor is like the father of the tarot, basically. You have the Empress, which is the mother of the tarot, which comes before the Emperor. It is, since he's on a throne, he's a leader, and he's got structure, and he's the guy that you call, he's the head honcho. And then he's got his dog laying down sleeping. He's got his cat in his lap sleeping. He is pretty chill, I think. He's got, this scroll of symbols with constellations, so he is, and it's nighttime, so I guess he's, either studying that or he's taking a break from studying it or whatever he's doing with it. The throne obviously means royalty, and yeah, so I'm going to look up that meaning real quick and then we'll be done. So, let's see. Major Arcana card, the Emperor. I think that one's ruled by Aries, too. Although I don't really like to say which signs rule what. Okay. Lead, and others will follow. Strength lies not in might, but in experience and the wisdom that comes from it. An older male sage with brown hair shot with silver sits on a simple wooden throne at dusk. He wears a crown with prongs of antlers and holds a scepter with a glowing sapphire that matches his flowing red robes. His eyes are also blue, and his face is wise and a little bit stern, but not forbidding. His other hand strokes the black kitten in his lap, and an older German shepherd sleeps at his feet. A scroll lies on the ground in front of him, partially unrolled to show a map of the constellations. The mood is one of solid strength and power. You know that this is a man you can trust and depend on. You also know that you should probably listen when he speaks. He didn't get where he is by accident. This guy knows things, and he gets things done. You could do worse than to follow his lead. The Emperor is a true king. He is wise and experienced, and he always tries to do what is right for his people. He keeps order because life flows more easily when things are done correctly, and everyone follows the rules. I agree. He does nothing without thinking it through first. But he is not afraid to take action if it is necessary. He is the embodiment of the sacred male, a father and a figure of authority. The Emperor nurtures those around him just as the Empress does, but his approach is very different, and his touch is a little heavier. He is definitely someone you want on your side, but be wary, since he can be harsh when he is sure he knows what is right for others and they refuse to do things his way. Things to consider. The Emperor card often represents a strong male figure, a father, husband, boss, or mentor. Usually his presence is benevolent, even helpful, but occasionally he can be heavy-handed or oppressive. If this card is clearly meant to stand for you in this reading, it may be a suggestion to embrace your own strength and to bring more order to your world. It can also be a gentle hint that you are, shall we say, a tad too determined to have things your way. Guilty and guilty. If it indicates a strong man in your life, is he someone you can depend on? If so, that's fabulous, and you can probably relax a little about whatever is worrying you, knowing you have him on your side. On the other hand, the Emperor could indicate someone who thinks he is the boss of you when, in reality, he isn't. If someone is trying to force you into a mold you don't fit, it may be time to open your eyes to the situation and find a way to regain your own personal power. Boom. And that is the end of this reading, if that's what you want to call it. Okay, anyway, so let me know what you think.